Thank you. You may take a seat. The referees for this game are the crew chief, Ms. Judith Howell from Cuba, umpire 1, Mr. Carlos Velez from Colombia, umpire 2, Ms. Rebecca Davila from Puerto Rico. The commissioner for this game is Mr. Alvin Boria from Puerto Rico. And now, presenting to you the starting five, starting with the team of Bahamas. Number 13, Nakia Flores. Number 12, Brittany Henderson. Number 6, Tracy Lewis. Number 10, Shalonda Neely. And for Team Barbados, number 23, Astrid Lane, number 20, Tony Letterman, number 22, Ashley Daniel, number 24, Tanisha Flex, and number 27, Shaquila Small.
Ladies and gentlemen around the world, welcome to the bronze medal match here at the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup. I'm Keone Wright. I'm joined by Bruce Lee Samuel. We're getting set to tip it up here. Bruce, who do you take in this one? I'm leaning towards Barbados and their big three of Small, Atherley, and Daniel. And they also have number 23, Astrid Lane, who was out for 2 games with an injury. She's back now. She has experience playing in the United States. I think she'll be a key factor. That's her in the middle in the zone right now.
She'll be very focal, I guess, but I'm still picking Bahamas over Barbados in this game.
Now, that doesn't mean that I've switched my allegiance away from Valerie Nesbitt, the starting point guard for the Bahamas. She's still a very good player, but I don't know if this Bahamas team can compete now with 4 very good players on the floor for Barbados.
I think they will. I think they have the experience also. I think Bahamas is a bit more aggressive, but let's see what happens tonight.
Let's see what happens. Nesbitt with the steal, found Forbes, but it went out of bounds.
Looks
Barbados with a very dangerous team out there.
It looks like a full court press.
Here's Daniel, their starting point guard, their primary ball handler. She swings to flats over to Atherley. Watch out for her. Nice pass. There's Elaine down low, but blocked by Harrison. Elaine does well to keep it inside. Another block by Harrison. And we're back the other way, Bruce.
Good hands by Harrison. And this helps Bahamas to get up the floor and get open layups.
Valerie Nesbitt, one of my all-tournament players.
Ooh, that's backcourt.
The nice layup there. Here's Atherley in the lane with the runner. That's no good. Harrison struggles to reel it in, but there's Neely.
Neely. Good rebound by Neely. Good boxing out. Oh, bad pass.
Flats almost had the steal. No
Nice.
one back for Barbados. Harrison settles for the jumper, but hits it. Good start for her. They need her to play very well tonight.
Yes. She needs to be active on both ends
Good trap there
for
by
them
the
to
Bahamas.
win this game.
That's knocked away. Atherley will get called for the push. She's a very aggressive player, very emotional.
But I think she's more effective in the paint, close to the basket. She shouldn't be bringing up the ball.
I'll agree with you there, especially when you have Daniel.
And flats to bring the ball up.
And we will get a timeout to Barbados. The coach wants to talk things over.
Yes.
They're a little helter-skelter to start. Let's talk about the Bahamas right now and what they did last night. A heroic performance against the Dominican Republic, a game that we thought would be very lopsided. Instead, they held strong, lost by, I think, somewhere between 20 and 30 points. However, they were competitive for at least 3 quarters when the Dominican Republic is just swept teams off the floor completely. They couldn't do that last night. And what they may have done is played spoiler for our next game, the gold medal match, because the Dominican Republic looked very tired after that one.
They did. But maybe they also recovered pretty fast, so let's see what happens tonight.
I meditated on it last night, Bruce, and I've switched my allegiance. I've switched my pick, let's say, and I am now in favor of Cuba over the Dominican Republic.
Oh, I definitely think that Cuba might win this game, tonight's game, but I'm still a fan of Dominican Republic. I like the way they play. I like the way they run the ball up the court, and I like the athleticism of their forwards.
Very true. They are very athletic, but I think the Bahamas did enough to get them very tired, especially as we look at here the 5th game in 5 days for both of the teams that are on the floor right now in this bronze medal match, the Bahamas and Barbados. The Bahamas out to an early 4-0 lead. Here's Nesbitt, very tough point guard, picks up her dribble. Back to Nesbitt, back to Green. Lewis, excuse me. Lewis drives, lots of contact, finds Neely, great hands.
Good
and
job.
she finishes.
Good job by Neely, cutting at the right time.
We called her name a lot yesterday. High energy, high impact. Here's Small, arguably the best player for Barbados. She's blocked.
Ooh, good block.
Rejected out of bounds
by Neely.
You don't see that too much.
No, that was in the air.
I have not seen Small get blocked at all. Atherley sneaks behind the defense, can't finish the bunny. Harrison is there, thought she got all ball.
Good hands by Harrison. Harrison will need to put a body on somebody. She cannot count on her length.
She was one of the players that played well last night, I thought. She and Neely in tandem will patrol the glass for sure, but if the Bahamas want to win this outright, they're going to need help from their post players, that's for sure.
I think she did her job yesterday, but she's going to have to do a better job tonight.
We'll need a repeat performance, maybe something a little bit better. Atherley at the free throw line, a very good shooter, very good all-around player. She knocks that one down. 6-2 is your score. The Bahamas lead. Here's Nesbitt. Gives to Forbes.
Steal by Daniel. Takes it all the way to the hoop and couldn't finish.
Back the other way is Bahamas. 3-on-3. Nesbitt trying to work on Small. Finds Forbes.
Skip pass and an open jumper, but she doesn't take it. She takes it all the way, misses.
Strong move in the lane by Nesbitt. When she gets in there sometimes, it's a little bit of a hope and a prayer. Sometimes she just throws it up there. I think she needs to stop and pop before she hits the trees. An elbow there by Small on Neely. Already those two players in a bit of a duel down low.
I think she's a little bit intimidated by the block she just got.
I think so too. Neely swatted that thing out of bounds. And like we said yesterday, she gets up. A couple times I thought she might dunk it with two hands. Nice flash inside by Neely. Gives out to Forbes for three. That is good. Don't light that candle because it's going to burn all night. Forbes can do that.
Exactly. Good handles by Daniel.
Good defense by the Bahamas. They come away with it. It's a 2-on-1. Nice pass to Forbes. She can't finish.
Wasn't able to finish. Atherley with the rebound.
Small for three. She can hit that one. I don't know about that shot selection though.
No, I don't think that's a good shot. It's a one-on-one situation. It's early in the game. If you want to put people in foul trouble, go at the basket every time.
Particularly when you're down 9 points to 2.
Don't settle for jumpers. This early in the game.
Forbes again. Bingo, bango. She's hot, folks.
That's good.
She rarely misses from three-point land. She had a rough game last night. Nice steal by Forbes.
Good steal.
Tries to take on Atherley. Nesbitt out of nowhere. Can't connect. Daniel back the other way for Barbados. Nice kick out to Elaine. Seeing her first action in about 2 days. She's been nursing an injury.
Flat
Atherley.
Rebound.
No hesitation from Atherley. Small with a nice rebound.
Got blocked. Oh, that's a foul.
Neely's trying to throw a block party, but the official says no.
No,
turn your music down. Not right now.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised here. Barbados is having trouble setting up their offense. They're usually a very disciplined team. And right now it's a lot of one-on-one basketball.
Yeah, they need to work on that. They really need to get more people involved in order for this to work.
Good shot there by Small. She plays her college basketball at Oklahoma State. She's had a very good tournament. Second free throw on its way. That's good. 12-4 is the score with 5:22 left to play in the first quarter. Bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Caribbean Cup. The winner of this game books themselves a ticket to the Centro Basket Tournament in Puerto Rico in August. Nice move by Harrison. No good.
Rebound Elaine, and Atherley is off and running. Nice spin move. Lost the handle.
Again, Bruce, too much one-on-one.
Bahamas. Looks like Bahamas ball.
Maybe that's not even one-on-one. These plays are looking like one-on-4, and that's an issue. The officials have a meeting, and they decide it will be Bahamas ball. Neely flashes high. Now it's over to Bethel. Neely wants that ball. She gets it. Great pass.
Green.
Green, no good. Atherley fights for it. I don't know if maybe the officials are wearing shades or sunglasses or tinted contacts, but that was clearly out on Atherley.
It looked like it.
It really did. So, with 4:41 left to play here in the first quarter of the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Caribbean Cup, the score is 12-4 in favor of the Bahamas. As I said before, the winner of this game books themselves a ticket to the 2018 Centro Cup, or Centro Basket Championship, excuse me, which will be held in Puerto Rico in late August.
Slow start for Barbados. Having trouble taking the ball up court and getting organized. But I think this timeout might do the trick. Getting everybody heads in the right place, and off they go.
I'm very surprised. I expected Barbados to come out and not let up. I thought this was a game that they could really take advantage of, particularly with the talent they have. They have 4 players on the court right now with experience playing at the college level in the United States, Division I level, better yet. But the Bahamas, like yesterday, even though they lost, they want it just a little bit more.
Yeah, they do. It looks like it tonight. They're more active.
There's a steal by Neely. She's a great defender and a powerful offensive player.
Poche called for a travel. It looked like a foul, but called for a travel. A lot of contact there.
So Barbados causes the turnover. Now let's see if they can capitalize. They desperately need to. I'm impressed with how fit the Bahamas team is. Here's Atherley, one-on-one, blocked out of bounds.
Good block.
That was blocked by Bethel. She got up.
Atherley looks a little bit discouraged.
Yeah, she's really had her way in this tournament. This is the first time where we've seen her have to face some adversity.
Yeah, I think the size of the Bahamas team does.
Daniel out of control, and yet another block. So Bahamas has their SWAT team out there in Bethel and Neely. Moss also out there. She can get up and affect shots. Neely, nice hook shot, can't connect. Down to Elaine. Here's Daniel. Barbados also slow to get back on offense.
Looks like it. And the rest of the team is not really participating in setting screens. Everybody's watching.
No, they're very stagnant. And there's an unforced turnover. Cumberbatch checks into the game. She's a three-point threat.
And she likes to sneak back door, so you have to keep an eye on her.
Very
on
tricky player. Break. Surprised here, though, she's replacing Daniel, their primary ball handler, their point guard. I thought she did a good job. Getting ready to check in is Wood. That's probably to try to stem the tide of what the Bahamas is doing down low. The post players for the Bahamas, very effective on defense and offense. There's Moss. Gives out to Bethel. Long three, that's no good. Don't know if that's her forte. The Bahamas is very disciplined. I think if they want to extend this lead, they just need to swing the ball around. I think they'll start to find gaps in the Barbados defense. I don't think they need to rely on long three-pointers right now.
No, exactly. That was a hard foul.
That'll be on Green. Green was all over the point guard for the Dominican Republic last night. Morton caused her a lot of problems, threw her off her game. Of course, the Dominican Republic, just too many talented players, too many weapons.
Yeah, playing on a higher level.
They are, but Green did a great job defensively. She will not give you room. Small draws the foul.
Moss a little bit too aggressive. Unnecessary for foul in that case.
Atherley to inbound. Nice pass there. That's Cumberbatch. She's very active, and right now, where a lot of the Barbados players are just kind of standing there, Cumberbatch will move around. She'll make solid cuts.
They look kind of shocked of the physical play.
Yeah, they're kind of out there. It's like they're looking at each other, but really they need to look at themselves.
Yeah.
Take a moment to look in the mirror and maybe try to remember back to 3 days ago when they were playing great team basketball.
First one's good.
If you're the Bahamas, you don't want to put a good shooter like Cumberbatch on the line. She'll make you pay for it. Hits the second one, silky smooth. She cuts the lead to 6 poised now, as Barbados desperately trying to chip away at the lead that the Bahamas has right now. Here's Portier, thinks about it, splits the double team. Nice take, off the glass is good.
Looks like a Hail Mary. She threw it up, hoping that it will get in, and it did.
Unexpected offense from Portier. Here's Atherley, stop and pop, that's good.
Jumper. She can hit that. She should do that more often.
You don't want to see her start to shift gears. She's a rhythm player. All it takes is one basket, and she's off and going. Moss controls it. Portier to Bethel, back to Portier.
Good ball movement by the Bahamas.
Bethel again, can't hit that one. Blue jersey's inside. Nice job there by Bethel.
Barbados got to get on the other side.
Yes,
they're standing behind everybody.
Bethel out rebounds 3 yellow jerseys. And I'm impressed right now with the backcourt for the Bahamas, which is largely a backup, maybe even a third string backcourt in Portier and Fernander. Good ball movement up top.
Yes, good ball movement.
Bethel knocks it down. 16-8 is your score. 2:11 left to play here in the first quarter. Bronze medal match, the FIBA 2018 Caribbean Cup, and we'll have a foul on Bethel. Another,
unnecessary.
Excuse me, Moss.
Unnecessary
Completely
foul.
Unnecessary, yeah.
You're leading the game. You're in the lead. You got control over the game. So you can be aggressive, but don't be overly aggressive.
And I wouldn't say it's a convincing lead either. Only 8 points, and now you've put a very good free throw shooter on the line. Atherley knocks down the first one. Atherley with playing experience at Fresno State. Part of the big 3 that I mentioned at the beginning of this game. Atherley, Small, and Daniel. Small and Daniel have been quiet. Knocks down the second one. 16-10, 6-point lead for the Bahamas. Coming up on 2 minutes.
Away. Slowly chipping away the lead.
Here's Poitier. Gives inside to Moss.
Force it.
Poitier for 3. No good. Rebound by Wood.
And a foul.
And we'll get a foul on Latoya Roll. Early action here for Roll in the game. She's not used to seeing a lot of time.
Roll goes out. And
number 11, Wild Goose, checks into the game. Let's see if she goes wild. Wood can't hit the second one. 16-11 is your score.
Wild would be okay, but she shouldn't get out of control.
Let's see what she can do. Nice pass into Wild Goose. That's blocked by Wood. I don't know about that one, Bruce.
Well, there was a lot of contact, so they're going to call it.
That's what Wood is in there for, though. Back into the game is Elaine. She will replace Small.
Small kind of pacing herself, looked like.
First shot by Wild Goose is good. 17-11, 132 left to play here in the first quarter. Second shot by Wild Goose is good. 18-11, 132 left to play. Barbados breaks the press. They give it to Atherley.
Good ball movement by Barbados.
Phillips over to Cumberbatch. Atherley comes to get it. She likes that little spin move.
Bethel almost got it.
The Bahamas tracks it down.
And
here they come. Poitier finds Moss. Looking for cutters. Spin move. That was pretty, but couldn't get it to fall. Wood comes away with it.
I think Barbados is missing a point guard that attacks the rim.
I think so too. Here's a lane. They've gotten away with the travel. Nice defense. They will say that it was blocked.
Last touched by Wild Goose.
The interior post defense for the Bahamas, very impressive. Elaine looking for somebody. Gets it into Adderley. She's tough in there.
With an up and under. Couldn't get it to go.
34 seconds left to play. Back the other way is Poitier. She gives to Fernander. Good patience.
Quick shot.
Bethel is short, but Moss is right there. Got that in between two jerseys. Wild Goose couldn't handle it.
Adderley with a steal.
15 seconds left. Barbados will probably hold for the last shot. Elaine drives baseline. Nice defense by the Bahamas. 5 seconds. Here's Fernander.
Lost it.
And so a missed opportunity there for both teams as Fernander dribbles it away. 18-11 is your score after the first quarter here in the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup. We'll be back to start the second quarter after this. Keone Wright and Bruce Samuel here getting set to bring you action from the second quarter of the bronze medal match in the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup. The Bahamas with a 7-point lead right now, 18-11. Bodies on the floor. Bruce, you just brought up a good point. The Bahamas has been through their whole bench thus far.
Yes. But Barbados is kind of saving their players because we were missing three people have not seen any playing. Four players have not been.
So that's a lot of confidence from the Bahamas coach, particularly in a game with so many implications. And right now we continue to see Poitier and Fernander play in the backcourt. That's a relatively unexperienced backcourt.
I think he's trying to give Nesbitt a little bit of rest.
Poitier will be called for the travel. Wild Goose, Bethel, and Moss are the other three players out there right now for the Bahamas. Back into the game is Daniel, their floor leader, their point guard. She's hounded by Poitier. Here's Cumberbatch.
Tried to force it, lost the handle, and a foul.
Yeah, that's not really Cumberbatch's role.
No.
There. She's not really a put it on the floor. She's a spot-up shooter, and like you said, she can sneak behind the defense.
And finish on the fast break.
Yes.
But she's not going to create. She's not a off-the-dribble, penetration kind of type.
So right now, Barbados struggling with their roles, and their big three in Small, Daniel, and Atherley really haven't gotten off the snide yet. Here's Nesbitt back into the game. Watch out for her. She's the lifeblood of this Bahamas team. 2-3 zone right now for Barbados. Bethel forced to shoot. No good. Atherley tracks it down. Elaine, risky pass. There's Cumberbatch. Almost lost it, but can't connect. Bahamas ball, Bruce.
A little bit too much in a rush.
More substitutions. Neely into the game for Bethel.
Good choice by the coach.
Number 6, Lewis. Neely is instant energy. She gets off the floor very quickly.
So
she's had a couple block shots as well. Chance of defense from the Barbados bench. Lewis back to Nesbitt. Finds Forbes. Watch out.
It's a little way off.
Way off. She's 2 for 4 now. Great
Good
save though.
by Neely. Second chances are very important.
Atherley, nice dribble. Out of control though. Nesbitt back the other way. She's going to push. It's a 3-on-3. Loses the handle for a moment. And there's Cumberbatch again. She's got Lewis on her back. Can she finish?
Not quite.
Just off the rim. Nice rebound by Neely. Nesbitt says, let's slow it down, folks. Let's relax. Here's Forbes. Nice pass into Wild Goose. Wide open, Bruce.
That's nice.
Where was Small in that play?
Good eyes, good pass. Finding the person in the right spot makes the difference.
The Bahamas extend their lead to 20-11 right now. Here's Small. They need something from her, I think.
Yes.
Into Aline. Veteran post player. Kisses it off the glass.
Nice shot.
And they're going to need something from her as well.
And experience.
As we said, she missed the last 2 games with an injury, so it's good to see her back. Here's Forbes. Skip pass. That's Lewis. Drives inside, out of control.
A lot of contact.
Cumberbatch with another steal.
Yes.
Daniel guarded by Forbes. Everyone just standing around for Barbados, but Daniel sneaks in, the recipient of the alley-oop.
Nice.
She puts it in. That was a great pass and a great cut by Daniel. They need more of that, Bruce.
Yes, they definitely need more of this. And you could hear the coach calling to cut after the pass. I think if more people cut through, it will be a different ball game.
A little too much standing around. The score is 20-15, 6:53 left to play in the first half. The winner of this game goes on to the Central Basket Tournament, which will be held in Puerto Rico in August. So this game, it's a bronze medal match, but big implications. If you win this, you're on to Puerto Rico to play at a higher level, which I think both of these teams desperately want to do.
Yes, it will help their experience a whole lot.
Experience, exposure.
Barbados does have a couple of young, unexperienced players on their bench. So that will help them to get some confidence.
Neither bench is very deep, but when I look at the Bahamas, they don't have a very deep bench either, but they have, I think, more dependable players.
Yes.
When their players check into the game, they know what they're supposed to do.
Correct.
Here's Nesbitt. Over to Lewis, back to Nesbitt. Forbes, clean look at it. Nice shot.
Yep.
Such a pure shooter. 22-15.
Bahamas extending pressure.
They're looking to trap, doing a great job.
One dribble too many.
Triple teamed and Daniel throws it away. Here comes Forbes. She'll take on Small. Nice take, but can't draw the foul.
Probably hoping for the foul.
I think Small read that well. Daniel can't hit. Small flies in, may have gotten away with a double dribble. She decides to back it out around the back. Drives baseline. Blocked out of nowhere by Neely.
There goes.
My goodness.
Referee called an intentional foul.
On who? What went on there? What a block by Neely.
As the second player jumping over the tall Harrison and still gets the block.
Wow.
Looks like intentional by Small. Called on Small.
Neely is a great shot blocker, and I'm impressed with her ability to time the shot.
Yeah, and she can get up.
She can get way up.
Even if she's a little bit late, she can make up for that by jumping over a player and swatting it out of bounds.
Right now, they need her to hit this free throw to extend the lead to 23-15. And she does. Sweet stroke from Neely. Great defense. Nice free throw shooting. She is establishing herself as an all-around player.
Yes. Mid-range jumper, post play, defense. Aggressive on both sides of the floor.
There's Neely again.
Baby hook.
Thought she got hit. No call. Daniel guarded by Nesbitt. I think they need Daniel to hit the takeover button a little bit.
Yeah, and she needs to be a little bit more aggressive going towards the basket.
Aggressive, vocal, more of a floor leader. We know she has it in her.
Yes. Looks like she wants to keep things in control. Almost lost the pass there.
Another steal by Forbes, up to Nesbitt. Neely trails.
Hesitation dribble, spin move pass.
Great pass to Lewis. Where will we get the foul, though?
No basket.
No basket, the foul.
Before the layup.
Before.
So it looks like the foul was on Nesbitt.
Yes, Nesbitt was the one who was fouled.
Got fouled.
But what a pretty pass. The Bahamas starting to get in a rhythm. Neely back out to Nesbitt. Great patience. There's Forbes.
And
knocks it down. And Forbes is my player of the game right now. She can't miss.
Is giving away a shooting clinic, looks like.
And Bruce, how is she so open?
I have no idea. I don't know why they're hesitating. It's not like she didn't make her shot. Oh, and an answer there from
Small says, so you think you can shoot, so can I. She connects on that one. I think we also need to see Small get a little more aggressive as well.
Yes.
It's time for her to hit the takeover button as well.
Lewis with a skip pass.
Good job by Neely to track it down. Poked away.
Ball poked away. Good hustle.
We're going to foul on Neely.
Good job on the end of Barbados, keeping their hands steady and then poking it away at the right time.
They're very good at that along that baseline. That little baseline trap off of a rebound or an entry pass.
Yep.
Daniel late pass
all
forward.
the way, a late pass to Small.
I think maybe she should have gone up with that.
Yeah, finish that.
Small again from deep. That's no good. Rebound to Forbes. Here's Nesbitt. What's she going to do? Nice crossover dribble. Back to Forbes. Again, wide open. And we will get a loose ball foul on number 26 for Barbados, Phillips. That foul was created by Neely being so active and going after that offensive rebound.
Looks like the pace has been picked up a little bit by both teams.
Here's Forbes, gives to Nesbitt. She's looking for cutters. The post player's just kind of standing around. Neely flashes high. Harrison trying to establish a position. Three-pointer by Nesbitt, no good. Lewis flies in. Aline gets it. There's a steal by Neely.
Nesbitt's gonna set things up. Lewis. Nesbitt to Harrison. Lewis gonna force a shot off the glass there.
Doesn't draw iron. That should be 24-second shot clock violation. Harrison back into the game. I think they can really pull away if Neely and Harrison start running some two-man game. High lows, the whole deal.
Oh.
But as I say that, Neely will be taken out of the game.
By Roll.
Roll comes in. Again, we haven't seen too much of her in this tournament, sparingly used. And now she's going to guard Barbados' best player in small.
Yes, Roll is probably more active on the defensive end than on the offensive end. Where
nice defense by Harrison.
Neely can do both. Easy rebound by Alain and makes the jumper.
Great composure by the veteran.
Yes.
Who, as we said, is coming back from injury. There's Nesbitt trying to work against this zone. The duck in there.
Ooh, and that's
by Bethel, draws the foul. Excuse me, that's Lewis.
Lewis.
And when you're playing a zone defense, that kind of pass from the top of the key is extremely unacceptable.
Yes, it's a threat the needle kind of pass, and it shouldn't get there.
No, it shouldn't.
Atherley comes back in. Flats goes out.
Out of the game now for the Bahamas is Forbes, the young lady for the Bahamas who's caught fire, and one of the big reasons, maybe the major reason, why they retained a lead here late in the first half.
Yeah, good shot selection by Forbes so far.
Small tracks it down. She's got no help.
She needs to get it across within the 8 seconds.
Roll does a good job of staying in front of her. That's poked
Bad
away.
Pass.
Body's on the floor. Great hustle by Nesbitt. Roll comes in.
Jump ball.
And we will get a jump ball. The Bahamas pressure continues to stymie this Barbados team.
Bad decision by Small to pass the ball where the defender was standing, right there. When the defender was standing right there, you don't pass the ball to your teammate. And the teammate should go back door. If you know it's trapped, go back door.
You've got to come and help.
Spot.
Lots of miscommunication today for this Barbados team.
A lot of standing still.
Yes, and the Bahamas has done very well to get, I don't know if they're in the heads of players like Atherley and Small, but they have definitely taken them out of their game.
And they anticipate a little bit better.
Good ball movement.
And execute.
Yes, they are executing. There's Lewis.
Green got blocked by Alain.
Phillips tries the post pass inside to Alain. It's knocked away, but we'll get a foul.
Pushing in the back.
What I like about Alain is that she establishes herself in the post really well. She gets great position.
Yes.
It's just a question of the perimeter players getting her the ball where she needs it.
And cutting. You know, if she's got it and you cut, she can give a good pass. She did that with Daniels a couple of minutes ago.
Looks like Daniel got hit in the face. She's down in the backcourt. Here's Roll on the fast break. Good patience. Can't connect. Atherley alone finds Small.
Good job by Atherley.
We will get an injury timeout here. Looks like Daniel was hit in the mouth.
Got hit pretty hard.
I think she'll be okay.
A little shook up.
So her injury, we'll see Cumberbatch come into the game.
She'll have some time to gather herself. I think Barbados should do more of getting the ball to Alain and then cutting.
There's a lot of things Barbados needs to do right now, but it all starts with activity. It all starts with people moving.
Movement.
The officials giving another warning to the Bahamas bench. The Bahamas are into this one. As you said, every player on the Bahamas team. Here's a steal by Nesbitt.
Good read by Nesbitt.
Nice job there by Nesbitt.
And a good finish.
And the Barbados coach is not happy right now.
No.
He thought there was a foul. And the Barbados coach is probably working on a technical right now, Bruce.
Well, as long as he's talking to his players, he should be all right. Shouldn't be.
No, he was talking directly to the official.
Oh, that's he needs to be careful.
Small comes up, Bahamas in a full court press, and we will get a foul.
Intentional on number 28.
That'll be on Cumberbatch. This Barbados team is getting very frustrated, Bruce.
Yes.
They're losing their composure.
By the look of things, I can see frustration.
The Bahamas will not let up. As you said, every player on the Bahamas team has been into the game right now, which is something we didn't think would happen. But that just shows a lot of confidence. And every player that stepped on the court, they haven't necessarily scored, but they've contributed. Yes. And they come into the game knowing what they need to do. And this Barbados team is
still looking for answers.
Yes, they are looking for answers.
It looks like they're starting to point towards the referee as if that's the reason why they're behind.
29-20 is your score. This comes down to mental toughness right now. And speaking of mental toughness, the girl that just passed the ball, Nesbitt, she eats mental toughness for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Looks like it.
The corner is Ferrander. She'll be called for the travel.
A little bit, forcing it a little bit.
A little bit too much. Again, that comes down to what's your role, and I don't think that's her role there to try to drive baseline.
You got to read the defense. The best way to penetrate is when the ball's moving. When there's a shift, then you can penetrate, but not while everybody's watching you.
Pass inside to Small. She spins. Decent defense there by Roll. Small likes to use that forearm, and the officials don't want to call it.
Good movement.
Barbados desperately needs her to take over. And if I'm Barbados, I am overloading one side of the floor and putting Small down low.
Yes.
No more.
She's a little bit more experienced, looks like, and a little bit bigger than Roll guarding her.
She's a great shooter, but in this situation, no more hanging out by the three-point line.
No.
Go to work on Roll all day long.
Yes.
Nesbitt working against the zone. Here's Moss. Skip pass. Over to Roll. Great shot by Roll. Everyone contributing for the Bahamas. Barbados, no hands up there.
Almost another steal for Nesbitt. Barbados having trouble getting the ball across court. Very active hands by Nesbitt. A line for the layup, and it's good.
Everyone on the Barbados team needs to copy the composure of Elaine.
Yes.
She's not getting flustered. She's focused on what she needs to do. That play was a perfect example. Tony Atherley slow to get up here for Barbados.
And taking what the defense gives you. Not forcing anything. Just do what you need to do at the right time.
31-23 is your score. 46 seconds left to play in the first half of the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup. The winner going to Puerto Rico in August to play in the Centro Basket Tournament. Lots on the line. Right now, Bahamas in control.
Run to the corner for the open jumper, and no good. Rebound.
Oh, and Moss was surprised that she got that ball. But let's look at the three-point shot by Bethel. I'm not convinced that Bethel is a three-point shooter. She hasn't hit one yet.
Not yet. But they ran the play, especially for Bethel. So I think she can shoot it.
Neely back in the game. They're going to try to finish out this first half on a high note.
Cumberbatch trying to bring the ball up.
Good defense by Fernander.
Steal again. I think Nesbitt has like 4 steals already.
What a pass to Fernander. Takes her time and finishes.
Good hands. Good steal and assist by Nesbitt.
Phillips.
Alina with a nice, easy layup.
Timely buckets for Elaine, and at the end of the first half, your score is 33-25. The Bahamas in the lead. Barbados desperately trying to find themselves here in the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup. We'll be back after halftime.
for Barbados. It's a very interesting game, and we're really looking forward to the winner of this match.
Keone Wright and Bruce Samuel here in the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup, getting set to start the second half between the Bahamas and Barbados.
Looks very promising for Bahamas, but let's see what Barbados, if Barbados has an answer to the aggressive play, the fast breaks of the Bahamas.
The approach to this game completely different for both teams and both coaches. Bruce, 3 players on the Barbados team have made up for 20 of their 25 points, while everyone on the Bahamas has played and 9 players have scored, led by the sharp shooting of Brea Forbes. She has 11 points. Here's Nesbitt back the other way. Beats Atherley, and that's a pride thing right there.
Yes.
She went right around Atherley.
You got to stop that.
Good trap here.
You have to take that personally if somebody drives all the way and scores in your face.
There's Small with the mid-range jumper. They need that. They need that, Bruce. They need her to step up.
Yes. I expect more from Small.
I expect a lot more too. If Barbados is going to turn this thing around, they need to do it right now. Down by 8. There's Forbes again, somehow still open, and she hits.
Knocks him down.
How is Barbados so slow to get to her?
Not recognizing who the shooters are.
She's got 14 points now. Small gives to Flats.
They need to find out where she's located.
Every time they get the rebound, the Bahamas is off and running. Great hesitation dribble. Floater in the lane, no good. There's Neely.
Almost got it. Poked away by Small.
Here's Atherley. She's moving a little slower than we've seen her. But again, 5 games in 5 days will do that to you.
Almost a steal by Neely. Nice. Up and under. And fouled.
And Aline has really been the difference maker for Barbados. She goes to the free throw line to try to get her 9th and 10th points of the game. We pointed out in the first half, she's the only player right now who's just remaining composed. And when she gets the ball, she does what she knows she can do.
Very effective.
Heads up play there by Aline in the post. First free throw is good. The lead is 10 now for the Bahamas. And what I like about that play is that she knows that the Bahamas has been throwing a little bit of a block party. These young players are quick to get off their feet.
Yes.
She threw an up fake.
And a step.
Stepped through and drew the foul. Neely open. Surprised maybe that she was so open. Jump hook is no good. Missed opportunity there for the Bahamas. Forbes hounding Daniel.
Daniel staying in control. Decides to drive, stops. A late cut by Flats. Good jumper off the glass by Atherley.
Three-pointer is good by Atherley. Up until that point, I was saying that's great defense by the Bahamas. Chance of defense coming from the Barbados bench. There's Forbes again from the corner. It's good. How does she keep doing it? That's 17 points now.
That's her 6th three-pointer.
For Brea Forbes, the hot hand and the difference maker.
Small with an answer, and that's good.
Small says, you can do it, I can do it too. My issue here, Bruce, is that's like the 3rd time that Small has done that. Forbes hits a three-pointer, and then only then does Small want to come back and hit a 3 of her own.
And answers. It might be a situation where at the end of the game, it's a little bit too late. If you only want to answer
when they score
and not want to lead, it's going to hurt you at the end.
Tit-for-tat basketball doesn't work too well. You push me, I push you.
Especially if you're down 6 points.
Barbados looking for answers, not just on offense, but on defense.
Bahamas been at the lead for the whole game so far. So you got to find and do something different. You got to find a different strategy. If it's energy you're lacking, if it's ball movement you're lacking, you got to get that done in the 3rd quarter.
Yes.
You have to establish your game in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, you can't wait until the 4th. You can't wait until late in the 3rd. It's got to happen right after halftime.
Yes.
Another point I'd like to make is that I really thought coming into this game, if the Bahamas was going to have a chance, it was going to be the Valerie Nesbitt show. And she has played extremely well, but it's not like she's carrying this team right now. No. Everyone's playing their role.
Everybody's playing their role, and they're finding the open shooters. That's a good thing. That helps. If you work that hard on defense, you need other people to step up.
Yes, it comes down to roles, like we've said throughout the tournament. Know your role and stick to it. Some confusion here at the scorers table. So this will allow me to take a sip of my coffee as we get ready to continue the bronze medal match. It's a championship day. Lots of implications. The winner of this game will move on to the Centro Basket Tournament. They won't just get a bronze medal around their necks. They will move on to the Centro Basket Tournament to be held in Puerto Rico in late August.
Looks like they've cleared it up. Harrison with a quick move. Missed it twice. Got her own rebound. Wasn't able to put it in.
Daniel gives to Small. Back to Daniel. Here's Flats. Atherley.
For another three.
Nice stroke, but can't get it to go. Back the other way is Nesbitt. Crossover dribble. The spin. Somehow finds Neely. That would have been nice.
Yes.
Barbados lives to fight another play.
Daniels with another pass to Atherley. Tries to stretch the needle. Good hustle by Neely.
And again, Bruce, Barbados trying to force the ball. They don't set up their offense, but they will have an opportunity right now to set up an out-of-bounds play. Let's see if they can execute.
Yeah, let's see what they make out of it. They're going to run a stag. One in, one out. Ball to Small. Small's to Daniel. Daniel's going to find an open shooter. Flats decides not to shoot it, but to pass it.
Active hands by Neely leads to this turnover and drive. And we'll get a foul on the floor. Every time Nesbitt gets the ball, she's putting that foot on the gas, and she's gone. That play was created by the defense of Neely, who has just been very solid on both sides of the floor, doing the intangibles, defense, rebounding, and blocking shots.
And even running back as a trailer and being effective.
Yes. Wild Goose into the game now. Harrison will take a seat. The officials have had a lot of little meetings during this game.
Yes.
In this one. I'm seeing them communicate privately a little bit more than we're used to.
Yes.
What do you think they're talking about?
I think they want to make sure they don't leave anything up for grabs. I mean, they don't want to make any mistakes on their part, and then at the end of the game get pointed out for not being on point.
I thought they were talking about maybe meeting me at Havana Lounge later tonight.
I doubt it. They have...
They look a little too classy for that. There's Nesbitt. Nice drive. Hangs in the air. Can't draw contact. Barbados back the other way. Cumberbatch, nice pass to Small.
Good ball movement by Barbados.
A hard foul by Wild Goose. We'll see Small go to the free throw line.
Looks like Wild Goose is the exterminator tonight.
Yeah.
She made a couple of hard fouls. Not much of a finesse player.
So right now between Neely and Wild Goose, who will be patrolling the post like tigers. It's a very physical team out there for the Bahamas right now.
Yes.
Poitier checks into the game, will replace Nesbitt. She's done well in the backup point guard role. First free throw is good. 36-41, an opportunity here to cut it to 4. Barbados desperately needs this with 5:51 left to play in the third quarter. Nice composure there from Small. That one was good. 4-point lead. Valerie Nesbitt on the bench. Here's Poitier. Oh, nice take.
Poitier.
But
looking for somebody that is not there.
Somebody called the Ghostbusters. There may have been an entity in the room. She saw something that we didn't. I'm not sure.
She's done this a couple of times in this tournament where she drives and hopes somebody's there, but
nice pass by
throws
Daniel.
It
out to Adderley. Got a good look at it, but can't finish. Poitier tracks it down, and we'll get a foul.
Hustle. That will probably be a foul on Cumberbatch. It's not. It's on 27. Do we even have a 27?
That'll be on small.
That will be on small.
It was going to be on one of them. I think they both committed fouls. Poitier will be in the backcourt with the hot-handed Forbes.
They're going to run a stagger screen, but they decide to give it to the post. Good choice.
And again,
Almost
Neely can't finish. She's good at creating the shot. We're almost seeing the evolution of Neely. She's good at catching, turning, but she's got to finish those bunnies.
A lot of contact there.
Adderley drives baseline and draws the foul.
Looks like Adderley expected Neely to be there.
That's a good word to use, expected. When she shot the ball, she's expected it to go in as well, and it just hasn't. Daniel trying to get around the tenacious defensive Forbes. Nice crossover dribble. No look past Eileen. She can't do much with it out there. 2 on the shot clock, and we'll get a double dribble. Oh, no.
No, a foul.
We'll get a foul.
Probably on Wild Goose.
You know,
yes.
Bruce, I think they should give me a whistle.
Yeah.
I think we should get whistles, too. Because sometimes we see things.
Yeah.
Sort of like the 4th and 5th officials. Here's Barbados out of bounds.
No
Eileen
picks,
looking around.
no screens.
Good cut by Daniel, but can't handle the pass. Cumberbatch saves this team.
Adderley takes it to the hole. Got blocked again by Neely.
Neely, the shot blocker.
For the night's game. Mid-range jumper by Wild Goose. No good.
I wouldn't know what to get Neely for Christmas because she's just returning everything. Nice defense by Bethel. I don't know about that decision making, and Barbados looks like they're just out of this one right now.
That would be 1 against 3.
Bad decision making, yet they're only down by 4.
They can't keep throwing it away. Baby hook, missed it. Wild Goose almost got it.
Neely's post moves are so good, but she just doesn't have the touch right now.
Yes, not the little tip over the rim.
Wild Goose comes away with it, causes the turnover. Poitier will set things up. Here's Wild Goose. Not much of a threat there. Forbes back to Poitier. Bethel looking. Great ball movement.
Poitier thinking about it.
Bethel with a dagger.
That's the answer to your question. Can she shoot it? Yes, she can.
Yes, she can. And the ball movement is just forcing Barbados into tough situations on defense. And eventually someone's open. Great patience by the Bahamas.
Adderley for 3.
I think she's trying to play hero a little bit too much right now. Still a lot of time left. Forbes.
You know what they say, if you don't shoot it, it's always a miss.
That's true. Poitier for 3.
That's probably the one she thought about just yet.
Great defense by Neely. She says, that's my ball, not yours.
Neely's getting them a lot of second chances.
Yes, she is.
Barbados needs to remind their players that if you keep giving up second chances, you will lose this game. Unnecessary foul.
Yeah, Neely, you know, you've got to appreciate the way she has a knack for getting the ball, but that was clearly going to be Barbados' ball, and now she'll be forced to go to the bench.
And she's got 4 fouls.
Yeah. So that'll be something to watch.
Yes. Because I think the coach is going to save her for the fourth quarter.
Mass substitution now. Into the game is Harrison and Moss, as well as number 5, Green. Daniel at the free throw line, trying to chip away at this Bahamas lead. That one's no good. Like so many other players on her team tonight, Daniel has just not been herself.
No, a little bit hesitant on the offensive end.
Second one rolls in, 44-38. 6-point lead for the Bahamas. Nesbitt back in the game. The Bahamas wants to finish this third quarter strong. I like the strategy by the coach. Nice ball movement, leaves Nesbitt wide open. It's no good.
No, I think Nesbitt should get another dribble, take another dribble, mid-range jumper to start off with, and then take a step back every time.
A part of her game maybe she needs to work on. Cumberbatch back to Daniel. Eileen catches. Quick movement over to Adderley. Pretty shot, can't get it to fall. Daniel skies up for the rebound. Swatted by Harrison. Here comes the Bahamas. Nesbitt, watch out. Ooh, nice block there.
By Elaine.
Great defense by Elaine. Veteran post player for this Barbados team.
Small getting blocked by Moss. Moss gets the rebound.
Barbados out of rhythm. The Bahamas trying to pull away. Nice patience here by the Bahamas.
Yes, looking for the inside play. Good ball movement.
Textbook there by the Bahamas.
Nice execution. Patience is key in these games.
A little bit too easy for Harrison, maybe.
Cumberbatch. Harrison.
Nesbitt calls for it. It's a 2-on-1. She'll take on Adderley. Over the shoulder pass. That was pretty.
But a little bit too late.
Nobody back for Barbados there. Adderley, right before she committed the foul, she kind of threw her hands up like, guys, what are we doing?
Yes.
Where are you at?
Why is not everybody running back?
Harrison flashes high, puts it on the floor, loses it.
Cumberbatch with a steal. Good hands by Cumberbatch.
Daniel trying to slow down the tempo. If there's one thing she does well, it's control the tempo for this Barbados team. Small works the baseline. Yes. Oh my, she gets called for a travel. This Barbados team right now, all out of sorts. They're arguing with each other, arguing with their coaches.
Arguing about the calls. I didn't see a travel there, though.
Again, good patient ball movement by the Bahamas. Bethel just couldn't handle that one.
No. Couldn't hold on to it.
It's still only an 8-point lead for the Bahamas.
Only 24 seconds to go in this quarter.
Adderley over to Elaine. Lots of contact and she scores.
Nice move. Slips in between two defenders. I found a way to throw it in.
5 seconds left. Out to Bethel. Can she hit another one?
Not yet.
No good. Knocked out of bounds. 0.7 seconds left to play.
Barbados ball. They might go for the long pass. Oh no, they just hold on to it.
They'll let it run out at the end of the third quarter here in the bronze medal match. It's 46-40. The Bahamas hanging on to a lead right now over Barbados. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter right after this. 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup, a hotly contested affair between the Bahamas and Barbados, but the Bahamas have been well in control throughout this one. They currently are holding on to a 6-point lead. 46-40 is your score. Bruce, it's only a 6-point lead, but it just seems like a lot more.
Yes, the way they control the game, it doesn't look like this close, but let's see what they do in the fourth quarter.
Ma skip pass over to Nesbitt. Nice job to get the ball to Harrison. Oh, pretty move there.
Nice move
by Green, and she scores. Offense from everybody tonight. Everyone has played for the Bahamas. Here's Eileen. She's been great. Lots of contact, no call, gets the ball back.
Blocked by Harrison.
The Bahamas SWAT team continues to arrest people down low. Nesbitt.
Oh,
I don't know about that pass.
No, she could have finished that.
Yeah, she could have. A little bit late.
Daniels a little bit too low, a little bit too fast maybe for Cumberbatch.
And the Barbados coach down on his knees trying to find answers, trying to figure out why his players aren't executing. It's so out of character from what we've seen this whole tournament.
It looked like an easy layup, but they weren't able to connect.
Barbados needs to execute if they want to get back in this thing and take a lead. Otherwise, the Bahamas will be going to Puerto Rico in August. Good defense there by Eileen. I continue to be impressed with Eileen.
Yes.
She's just solid.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she's not somebody that's going to give you buckets every single time down the floor.
She's not that mobile. She's not that aggressive, but very effective.
Cumberbatch with a wild shot. Shot selection also an issue tonight for Barbados. There's Nesbitt. Tries to catch Barbados sleeping. She'll slow it up, set things up in the half-court offense. She's guarded by Daniel. Harrison comes up to set a screen.
Nesbitt controlling the pace. Skip pass. They need to be careful with that pass. Ball poked away by Cumberbatch.
8-point lead now for the Bahamas, 48-40. 8:19 left to play in the fourth quarter. Wood and Phillips getting set to check in for Barbados. Good ball movement here, down to Small.
Blocked by Harrison.
And yet another block by Harrison.
Nesbitt taking it one-on-one, couldn't finish.
Here's Moss up top, back to Nesbitt.
Skip pass.
That skip pass is really a big part of their offense right now. That's how they're finding openings.
Barbados looks a little bit hesitant to get out on the perimeter to stop those shots.
I agree. Here's Atherley.
Nice give and go, gets it back.
Yet another block for the Bahamas.
Out of control.
That was Moss. Nesbitt goes one-on-one.
Over and gets her own rebound, but couldn't finish it. A little communication problem there with Harrison.
I think Nesbitt right now maybe needs to pull some of those drives out.
Yeah. Draw
she
back.
Hasn't had much success.
Adderley with a nice jumper. Mid-range jumper is good. Right over the long arms of Harrison.
And they desperately need Atherley to catch fire here.
Yes.
And she's the type of player who, you know, we haven't called her name much over the past 3 quarters. Good shooters keep shooting, so you have to commend her for that. But the Bahamas needs to watch out right now because it's only a 6-point lead.
Problem.
48-42 is the score. The Bahamas in the lead. The winner of this game books themselves a ticket to Puerto Rico to play in the Centro Basket Championship, which will be held in late August. The loser
we'll have to try it next year.
Yeah, next year.
Or in the next 3 years.
In the next 3 years, that's right. Again, it's tough to talk about the conditioning of these players in a tournament where you've played 5 games in 5 days. So, you know, no one wants to make excuses, but when you see the Barbados players maybe walking or not moving the way they were on day 1, well, there's a reason why.
Yes.
This is their 5th game in 5 days. But this is where you need to dig deep.
Yes.
Particularly with 7 minutes left.
And find some way, somehow, some pride to get over the hurdle, to get over the pain.
And believe me, every player on this court right now wants to be in that tournament in Puerto Rico in August.
Yes.
They will not be satisfied with a 4th place finish. That means nothing to them. Bethel again for 3, knocks it down. Good. Bruce, she had so much time. She could have read a book and drank some coffee.
Because the Barbados team is not stepping out. They're not closing out. I wonder why that is. Smalls with an answer every time.
Every time.
You called it.
But where is that within the rhythm of the game?
I guess this is her rhythm.
I guess. 51-45. Bethel again. Can't hit. Rebound Atherley. She's got her head up. Has
Smalls. And
finishes through the contact.
Finish strong. Could have been an and one.
I think so too.
Foul called away from the ball.
That's going to be on Harrison. They're going to say that's an illegal screen.
Yes.
I don't know how you're going to call that, but you won't call the foul on Small down there as she went to the basket. Nesbitt guarding Daniel as she comes over half court.
Daniel a little shaky.
The coach of Barbados telling Atherley she needs to set a good screen.
They need to get the ball into the post.
Great defense by Nesbitt.
Wild spin by Atherley.
Barbados more and more starting to look defeated.
Would have been a nice move, but I think she lost control of her legs.
That's all about footwork, and that spin move on tired legs is probably not going to work the way it did a couple days ago. Nesbitt to slowly bring it up, controlling the pace of this game.
We're going to either set up Harrison or they're going to set up Forbes.
They'll set up nobody that time. Again, a player coming off the bench, maybe trying to do a little bit too much.
Yes.
Crucial moments here for Barbados.
Ball to Ellerly. Ellerly's going to take Forbes one-on-one. Good pass. Wasn't able to finish. Jumper off the glass, and that's good.
That's good by Phillips.
We haven't seen much of Phillips in this game.
No, we haven't. Barbados got very lucky there after Wood missed the layup.
It's 51-49. Bahamas still in the lead. 4 minutes and 52 seconds to play.
And we will get a push from behind. As Harrison has done so well to establish herself in the post. She's very tall wingspan.
But she needs to get her footwork in order to catch and release. If you get it in the post, you don't have that many seconds to make a move. So you have to have your feet set in the direction that you're going.
Very good point. Let's see if the Bahamas can extend their lead. Risky pass, but Nesbitt gets it, drives, takes on everybody.
Misses.
The Bahamas with a chance, Barbados with a chance to tie this one.
They need to take their time and get the ball to the right person. Looks like it's going to be Small.
Roll a little bit too aggressive.
I would say good defense by Roll, staying in the face of Small.
I would say good defense too, but in these tense moments here in the fourth quarter, you've got to be careful about fouling.
Yes.
Here's Atherley for the lead. Can't knock it down.
Off.
Harrison corrals it. Back into the game is Forbes. She's been the best player offensively for the Bahamas. Nesbitt really controlling the tempo. Coming up on 4:10 left to play in the fourth. And we will get a travel on Nesbitt. That's a crucial turnover.
Yes.
And Bruce, is Nesbitt trying to do a little too much right now?
I think so. I think she should take a step back and look at the defense. Look what the defense gives you and play into that. Don't force anything, but take what they give you on defense.
Over the last couple possessions, the Bahamas has gone away from swinging the ball, which has caused players to be open.
Yes, finding the open 3 or the open 2 easy jumpers. You're working very hard on defense, so you got to get a break on offense.
And as a result, it's only a 2-point lead right now. Barbados still needs to dig deep
and find a way to get over the hurdle.
Time is running out, 4:06 left to play, 51-49 here in the bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup.
With a small tip of the scale, this could be a different ball game.
It could be. In that last timeout, the Barbados coach right up in the face of Tony Atherley. I think we could see Atherley really start to take over here. He's trying to fire her up.
She will. She needs to. She's also one of the most experienced players on the court.
There's Atherley.
Good job. A little bit holding it away.
Oh, nice hands by Forbes.
Good hustle. Ball knocked out of bounds. Lash touched Barbados.
And that was brave defense there by Forbes. She affected 2 shots. Not somebody who's used to being under the basket like that against 2 players who are much bigger and stronger than she is.
Well, she knows what is at stake, so she's going to offer her body.
It's all about heart, Bruce.
Yes, it is. You have to want it more than the other team.
So another blown opportunity for Barbados, trying to establish momentum out of the timeout. Instead, it's the Bahamas ball. Chance of defense coming from the bench of Barbados. Bahamas running their motion offense against this man-to-man defense.
Phillips is really sticking to Forbes, making sure she's not getting another easy 3-pointer.
Moss to Neely.
Oh, blocked
to Neely,
by
that's
Adderley.
blocked.
All ball called, so it's going to be Bahamas ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
The Barbados coach saying no foul, no foul. Bahamas needs a bucket here just so that maybe they can take a deep breath in and out. Nesbitt can't hit. There's Neely on the offensive glass. Bullies her way in and scores. Like you said, Bruce, somebody wants it more.
Yes.
Oh, great defense by Forbes once again.
A steal.
The Bahamas coach barking orders at his players. Nesbitt will control the tempo. She's going to slow it down. Screen set along the baseline.
Probably trying to get it open shooters.
There's Neely. Watch the spin move. Nice hands there by Small. She pokes it away.
Trying to figure out who to give it to. Somebody has to go get it.
Somebody's got to help her. She's all alone.
She's going to throw it away.
Here's Nesbitt. Nice pass to Neely. Composes herself.
Nice take by Lewis. Got fouled.
Unexpected offensive contributions from Neely and now Lewis. See the Bahamas extend their lead to 6 points. Daniel back into the game to close this one out. Wood goes to the bench.
It was such a close game, but it's these small mistakes that will make the difference.
However, the Barbados team, they have some 3-point threats, so 2 threes and they're right back in it. And they're not out of it right now.
But first things first, you have to get the ball across half court in order to get that 3-point shot, that open 3-point shot. I don't know why Smalls is picking up the ball at half court. She can dribble. She can take the ball up the court.
She is a very dynamic player. Full court pressure by the Bahamas. And the ball in the hands of someone who's not adept at dribbling, Elaine, but she finds Atherley.
Open jumper and couldn't get it to go. Atherley off the glass, and that's good.
Tough offensive rebound there from Tony Atherley, and she puts it up. Barbados needs more of that if they're going to win. Coming up on 2 minutes left to play. 57-51 is your score. The Barbados coach telling Daniel to pressure the ball, but she's not. Lots of room here for Nesbitt to operate. There's Neely.
A little bit too hard.
She saves it into the hands of Aline. Here comes Daniel. They've got to go with 1:45 left to play. Down by 6. Can they turn this one into a nail biter? Here's Aline. She's been great with the ball tonight. And Bruce, with 1:31 left to play in a 6-point game, we get a, dare I call it, a phantom foul. That's a ticky-tack foul.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a ticky-tack foul at this point in the game.
She was kind of stranded, didn't know where to go. It's kind of like the referee bailed her out.
Yes,
but they can use that right now.
They can.
They'll take anything you give them.
8 on the shot clock. Daniel's still dribbling. She's got to look out.
Too much dribbling.
Still can't draw iron. Forbes grabs it. 1:15 left to play. The Barbados coach screaming at his players to get up.
Push up.
Nesbitt.
Daniels looks like she's a little bit too concerned about getting beat off the dribble.
Again, Shalonda Neely inside off the nice pass from Nesbitt, and Barbados will take a timeout. It's been the Neely show here in the last 2 minutes. 59-51, 1:01 left to play here in the game.
Very crucial timeout right now. He really needs a way to find to motivate his players to get up.
They have a minute right now, 1 minute to score 8 points.
Yes, you can't hesitate. This is for all the marbles, as Mark Jackson would say.
And you look at the body language here in this timeout. This Barbados team, they're digging deep. They're trying to figure out what they can do, but this has been the case the entire game. And if you haven't done it through 39 minutes, you're not going to suddenly do it in the 40th minute.
That's a hard nut to crack. I don't know how they're going to do it, hoping for a miracle, but even though it's only 8 points, that's a lot if you're tired.
That's a lot right now when this team has not played well. Or I shouldn't say that. They have not played as well as they can. I expected big things from them. They have so many weapons. So the Bahamas will stick with a very strong defensive unit. Roll and Lewis out there.
They need to get the ball inside. Easy baskets, not too much dribbling, not too much time off the clock. They decide to take a three-pointer, and that's good.
Hits a three.
That helps.
54-59,
to cut down the
54 seconds left. Here comes Lewis.
Why is the ball handler open?
Nice pass to Neely. Great shot.
Easy basket.
Shalonda Neely.
That's what she does.
My MVP for this game, definitely.
Don't let her get the ball that close to the basket. Keep her out.
Eileen draws the foul.
As she's been doing all night.
All night. She's been great with the ball in her hands. 61-54, 37.6 left to play. And Neely has fouled out. But she has played fantastic basketball. And look at that. She doesn't want to come out. She will be replaced by Harrison, who has also played pretty good tonight. Got to give her credit. Aline to the free throw line. A 7-point lead now for the Bahamas.
I think Barbados is going to look to force something out of this. Full court pressure. I think there's a full court pressure coming up. They can't leave anybody open.
No, they can't.
They need quick baskets. Timeout, so the ball will be advanced to half court. Smart timeout by the coach from Bahamas.
The Bahamas coach has been very strategic in this game. He deserves a lot of credit.
Yes,
He's played everyone, but his substitutions have been strategic. It hasn't been in response to things that Barbados has done. This has been part of the game plan.
Yes, it looks like it. He knows his team. He knows what his players can and cannot do, so he puts them in at the right time.
And a lot of confidence here in this bronze medal match. With 37.6 left to play, with Barbados down by 5, I'm not ready to say that the Bahamas has booked their ticket to Puerto Rico, but let's put it this way. They've got their luggage laying on the bed.
Yes.
They're ready to grab it and go.
I think they're good. I think they're ready to go.
All it will take is 2 3-pointers, but before Barbados can think about offense, they've got to have a solid defensive stand here.
They need to get the ball on defense. They're lacking a little bit of aggressiveness as far as defense goes.
They're giving them a lot of space to operate.
A lot of second chances. That's what hurt them this game. Bahamas had more looks at the basket than they did.
Here's Nesbitt. And we will get a foul.
A quick foul.
The Barbados coach telling his players, if you don't get the ball, foul. Daniel will foul Nesbitt.
Need to be careful because it can easily turn into an intentional foul.
Yep. Be careful with these officials, too.
Yes.
There's Forbes. Keeps her dribble alive. Finds Lewis. She will be fouled. 24.2 left to play. The Bahamas with a 5-point lead. To the free throw line is number 6, Lewis, for the Bahamas. First one, no good. So Barbados still in this thing.
24 seconds to go in this match.
She makes this, it's still just a 2-possession game.
Yes. Timeout called, so the ball will be advanced to half court.
62-56 is your score with 24.2 left to play. The bronze medal match of the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup between the Bahamas and Barbados. The Bahamas with the lead right now. The winner advances to the Centro Basket Tournament to be played in late August in Puerto Rico.
Barbados talking things over, hoping for a miracle. You need 2 quick 3-pointers to get the job done, but I doubt that the Bahamas is going to leave this up for grabs. They're not going to leave you open to take any 3-pointers. So
no, and the other aspect too is that Barbados has not shot very well from behind the 3-point line thus far in this game. Although Adderley, if you can get her open,
yeah, she made the last 2 3-pointers. So
if you can get her open, but the Bahamas is going to come out of this timeout, and I think they're going to be double teaming Adderley. They're going to be very aware of her.
They're going to take away the 3-point shot.
.2 left to play. It's a 2-possession game.
There's water spilled on the floor, so they're going to take some time. That's a very slippery situation.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You think if that's a strategy by the Barbados?
I think it might be a little bit of spillage. I think Jason Kidd did that when he was coaching the Milwaukee Bucks one time. Intentional spillage on the floor.
Coaches yelling out to their players, possession is key. So let's see how they execute what they just got from the coach in the huddle. A lot of time to think about it.
Extra towels being brought out. Heavy-duty stuff here.
It's a big spill.
It was a big spill.
You don't want to give them too much time to think. They might overthink the situation.
I thought those towel guys, I thought they were dancing. I'm sorry. They were actually cleaning up water. Here's Barbados to inbound.
To Smalls. They read it, but knocked out of bounds by Forbes.
Guess who? It's Forbes. She's come up with timely steals. We can talk a lot about her offense.
Yes, she could see that coming from a mile away.
Very active.
Cumberbatch. Pass to the opposing team. Quick foul.
17 seconds left, Bruce. I'm ready to call this one.
Yes.
Still a 2-possession game.
This looks like a win for the Bahamas. Well-deserved win for the Bahamas.
Barbados couldn't execute out of the timeout. Unfortunate.
Did a good job as a team, but not good enough. The Barbados team did a good job, but they were just not good enough. They came very close.
Very, very close. They struggled to find a rhythm. They struggled to find themselves.
Still find a way to, they found a way to stay in the game.
Here comes Daniel, 14 left. Gets into the lane. Bahamas careful not to foul. She can't get the roll. Smith will knock it out of bounds. 9.2 left to play. 63-56. Bahamas in control. They are set to zip up their luggage and head to Puerto Rico in August.
Timeout called by the Bahamas.
Dejected looks right now from Barbados. You play so hard and you play so well over 5 days. And then here to come to this championship situation, essentially.
Yeah.
To play for an opportunity to advance.
Yeah.
And you don't play the way you thought you would. You play uncharacteristically. And they might be searching for answers now, but this is the kind of game for Barbados where tomorrow morning they'll have the answers.
Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Exactly. For the Bahamas, I'm very impressed on back-to-backs, where I thought maybe they used their starters a little bit too much when they fell behind to the Dominican Republic last night.
Yes.
They fought hard last night, a great performance in defeat, and then to come out today and nobody's tired.
No,
everyone's
another
fresh.
110% from everybody. Then you deserve to advance to the next level. If you're in that kind of shape, you deserve to go to the next level, play
Exactly.
in the next tournament.
There might be wear and tear on the Bahamas' bodies, but you couldn't tell tonight.
No, not at all.
For Barbados, unfortunately, you could tell that this is their 5th game in 5 days.
And this looked more like a mental affair than anything else.
Yep, I agree.
The team that wanted it more was going to get it, and that was definitely Bahamas tonight.
Nesbitt, the floor leader, the lifeblood of this Bahamas team. She had it easy tonight. She played fantastic, but I thought she was going to come in and need to carry this team. She didn't. It was players like Neely, players like Forbes, unexpected contributions from people on the offensive end. Harrison's another name that comes to mind. Bethel hit some threes.
Yes.
And that will do it. At the end of the bronze medal match for the 2018 FIBA Women's Caribbean Cup, it's Bahamas over Barbados, 65-56. The Bahamas will win the bronze, and they will advance to the Centro Basket Tournament in Puerto Rico in August. I'm Keone Wright for Bruce Samuel. This has been a good one. Bruce, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The next match will be the gold medal match between the Dominican Republic and Cuba. Stay tuned, everybody.
Have a good night.